Hello students, welcome to another session of All Force e-learning program. And DNR, your physics lecturer. We are talking about the chapter called vectors. In the previous session, we have learned about cross product of vectors. Today we will take up some of the illustrations regarding the cross product of vectors. So before going to the topic, let's have a recall of all the things that are necessary to understand today's topic. Yes, in the previous session we have talked about the cross product of two vectors and we will today take up the illustrations. So I was telling you, physical quantities are of two types, scalars, vectors. Scalars are physical quantities with only magnitude, no direction. Well, even if they have direction, they do not obey the laws of vectors. Vectors are physical quantities with both magnitude, direction and they obey the laws of vectors. Well, vectors, we have represented them by three methods. There are three methods of representation and we have taken the different types of vectors. Then we have even talked about the addition of vectors, graph method, the analytical method, triangle law, polygon law, parallelogram law, a bar plus b bar, and even subtraction, a bar minus b bar. We have taken the illustrations here. Then the product of vectors. Well, there are two types of products of vectors. Today we compare the product of two vectors, right? So vectors can be multiplied to give you either a scalar or a vector. If two vectors are multiplied to give a scalar, it's called scalar product. If they are multiplied to give a vector, it's called vector product. Well, scalar product and vector product, suppose if we take the comparison, let's take the comparison of this. So on the left hand side I am speaking about the scalar product and the right hand side on the here we will talk about the vector product. Here this scalar product or dot product it is. Well, here we will talk about vector product or cross product. Vector or cross product. Suppose if there are two vectors, this is a bar and this is b bar. Then angle theta. Here also the same. There is a bar and this is b bar. Then we will take up the product of two vectors. Suppose when I talk about scalar or dot product of vectors, scalar or dot product here, vector or cross product of two vectors here. Then now first a dot b. A bar dot b bar. A bar dot b bar is the product of the magnitudes of the vectors and cosine of the angle between the vectors. When A cross B, C bar is A bar cross B bar implies mod C is mod A cross B. It is mod A mod B sine of the angle between. It is mod A mod B sine theta. This is mod A mod B cos theta. This is sin theta. Here the dot product of two vectors is the product of the magnitudes of the vector and cosine angle. Well, the cross product is the product of the magnitudes and sine of the angle between the vectors. This is cosine angle, that is sine angle. Right? So here, this is a scalar. This is a scalar. It has no direction. But you know, here, this is a vector. So right hand side, this is a vector. It has direction. It has direction. Now what is the direction then? It is having direction. Then what's the direction? The direction of the resultant third vector, that is the direction of A cross B is given by the vector perpendicular to both A and B. So the direction of C bar, then C bar is, you can write C bar as mod A mod B sine theta times n cap, where n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to both A and B. It is n cap. So n cap is a unit vector. It's a unit vector perpendicular to both A bar and B bar. It's perpendicular to both A bar and B bar. So this way, this is a vector quantity, this is a scalar quantity. Here we get scalar quantity. Here the resultant is a scalar. That is the reason why we call it a scalar quantity. Here the resultant is a vector. We call it as vector. Okay. Now let us take up the cases regarding this. Now dot product of two vectors, whether I multiply A dot B or B A dot B or B dot A, both are same. And you know, when you take up this, the law of commutation is not obeyed here. A cross B is not equal to B cross A in this. A cross B is not equal to B cross A. They are not equal. In fact, they are opposite. They are negative vectors. They are opposite vectors. Right? So to be very clear, A cross B is minus of B cross A. A cross B is minus of B cross A. So this way we find out the pair. So here it obeys the law of commutation, but that does not obey the law of commutation. It does not obey the commutative. Now here A bar dot A bar is mod A square. What is A dot A? Here B is also A. The vector B also, if it is taken as A, then mod A, mod B, sorry, B is A, that is mod A cos same. It is A cos A. So mod A into mod A is mod A square, cos A 0 is 1. So this is 1 and this is A square. So I get it as mod A square. But coming to here, if I take A cross A, if B is also same as A, second vector is also same as the first vector, then it is mod A, sine of the angle, that sine is 0. But sine 0 is 0, so therefore it is all 0. This is another vector. But A dot A is A square, magnitude of the vector square. You know, from this we can write mod A is under root of A bar dot A. But here A cross A is a null vector, 0 vector it is. Right? It does not, here it is 0, it doesn't give any resultant, but here it is maximum resultant A dot. Okay, third one. Now suppose, similarly, considering this, if I take I dot I, then if A dot A is A square, then I dot I is I square. So I dot I is I square, that is 1. Similarly, J dot J is 1. J dot K is also equal to 1. Is it? A dot A is A square, magnitude of that square. I dot I, what is I? Unit vector along x axis. Right? I have explained. Unit vector along x axis is I, unit vector along y axis is j, and unit vector along z axis is k. So it is I cap, j cap, and k cap. When this is x axis, this is y axis, and this is z axis. Outward. Then I cap I. So I cap dot I cap. Same angle. So it is I square. Actually, according to this, it is I square. I is unit vector. It is 1. J dot J. J dot J is J square. But J is again unit vector 1. K dot K is again K square. Unit vector 1. It's a scalar. Only 1. But suppose if I take it here, I cross I. Well, A cross A is 0. So I cross I will be 0. J cross J will be 0. And K cross K is also 0. K cross K is also 0. All are 0 vectors, null vectors. Cross product of similar vectors is 0. Null vector is. So cross product leads to null vector. Next. After this, so if I take next, suppose if I take two vectors which are parallel, A bar and B bar are parallel, theta 0, then A dot B is mod A mod B, right, cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. This is 1, I get maximum. It is maximum value there. But suppose if the same thing is applied in this case, if I take A cross B, two parallel vectors, A bar and B bar are two parallel vectors, theta is equal to 0, same as this. For theta 0, then A bar cross B bar mod, it's mod A mod B, it is mod A mod B sin C. Then for dot product of two vectors, when two vectors are in same direction, the dot product cos 0 is 1, maximum. They just got maximum positive value. It's maximum positive it is. But for cross product of two vectors, when two vectors are parallel, same direction, linear vectors, then A cross B mod A mod B sin 0. But sin 0 is 0. You get it. So when the angle is 0, when vectors are parallel, dot product is maximum, but cross product is 0. Right? So when the angle, when vectors are parallel, then similarly if the vectors are anti-parallel, A bar, B bar, anti-parallel. For theta equal to 180 degrees, then A dot B is equal to mod A mod B. It is cos 180. Well, we know cos 180 according to trigonometry is minus 1. So therefore this is minus. Hence I get minus mod A mod B. Right? This is negative maximum. Value is maximum but negative value. Right? So at 180 it is negative maximum. Well, if the same vectors are anti-parallel vectors, theta 180, if I take cross product of vectors A cross B, it's mod A mod B sin 180, again sin 180. You get it? So therefore here, when angle is 0, this is positive maximum, cross product is 0, dot product is maximum. When theta 180, dot product is negative maximum. Then what the cross product is 0, dot product is maximum. When theta is 90, so two vectors A bar B bar are perpendicular, theta 90 degrees. Then A dot B if I take, then it is mod A mod B cos 90. Well, cos 90 is 0. Cos 90 according to trigonometry is 0. But similarly here if I consider two perpendicular vectors A bar and B bar, theta 90 degrees, then A cross B 90, it's mod A mod B sin 90, which is 1. The sin 90 is 1, this is maximum. So on comparing these two, when vectors are parallel, dot product is maximum, but cross product is 0. Null vector. When vectors are perpendicular, dot product is 0, but the cross product is maximum. Right? So on comparison, when this is maximum, when vectors are parallel, this is maximum. Dot cross product is maximum. So applying this dot product, if I take I cross j, applying two perpendicular vectors, well I and j, you know, I cap and j cap. I is along x axis, j is along y axis, k is along z axis. This is x, y and z. So I cap like this, j cap like this, k cap, unit vectors. Then if I take I dot j, well we are here with dot product of I and j, well it is mod I mod j cos of the angle between them. I and j both are perpendicular, x and y perpendicular, 90 degrees cos 90. This is right. I dot j. Similarly j dot k, even these both are perpendicular, then we get mod j is 1, mod k is 1, but cos 90 is 0. Similarly, k dot I, so 1, 1 and 90 is 0. So it is I dot j or j dot k or j dot k or k dot I, value is 0. Dot product of two perpendicular vectors is always 0. But coming to the cross product of vectors, in comparing the same thing here, I cross j. What is I cross j? Well, according to the formula, A cross B is mod I mod B sin theta n cap. So I cross j is mod I mod j sin of the angle between I and j, sin of the angle between I and j is sin 90 into n cap. Well, n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to both vectors. Well, mod I is 1 unit vector, mod j is 1 unit vector, sin 90 is also 1. So it's 1 into 1 into 1 times n cap. So it is n cap. What is n cap? A unit vector perpendicular to both I and j. I is along x axis, j is along y axis. Now n cap is perpendicular to both I and j. So n cap is perpendicular to both x and y axis. N cap is a unit vector perpendicular to both x and y axis, xy plane. The unit vector perpendicular to xy plane is k cap. Well, direction according to right hand thumb, it is outward normal. So if it is outward normal, this is according to right hand. So by simplification or directly you can just write as I cross j is. Then according here A cross B and B cross A, they both are negative we have written. So therefore if I cross j is k, then j cross I is equal to minus k. Obviously it is of negative vector, opposite vector. Next similarly for j cross k, j and k are unit vectors along y and z axis. Well, the cross product j cross k, again if you find out, it's mod j mod k sin of the angle sin 90 into n k. Well, mod j unit vector 1, k is 1, sin n is 1, all are 1 here. So it is a unit vector n perpendicular to j and k. J is y, k is z. Y z. The plane, the vector perpendicular to yz plane is x. Right? Unit vector like x axis. According to right hand thumb rule, it is positive x axis. So it is plus. So applying the directions. Well, k cross j, it's minus n, obviously. Similarly, k cross I k, you will get it as j k. Well, I cross k, you will get it as. So this way, in comparison, comparing the things in both the things, right? Now, dot product is maximum for parallel vectors, cross product is maximum for perpendicular vectors. Well, dot product is minimum for perpendicular vectors, cross product is maximum minimum for parallel vectors. So there is a lot of comparison there. This obeys the law of commutation. That does not obey the law of commutation. Here A dot B and B dot A equal. They are both equal and opposite. Right? So here parallel and anti-parallel, maximum positive maximum, negative maximum. Right? So this way. Here if I write down the examples, work done on a body is F dot S. So this is mod F, mod S, cos theta. Well, coming to this case, the torque acting on the body. So if I take the example, torque on a body is R cross F. So this is mod R, mod F, sine of the angle times lambda. Work done, it is F dot S, force and displacement. Even that is also force and displacement, but in the perpendicular distance, about the point where the force is being applied with respect to the point of axis. Yes. So the examples for dot product, you can take it as W is equal to F dot S. Mod F cos theta, mod S cos theta, and the power is work done is F dot S mod S cos theta, power F dot V mod V cos theta. Well, the flux, magnetic flux B dot A mod A cos theta like this. Well, similarly taking the examples for the vector product of two vectors. So it's torque R cross F mod F cos sin theta, velocity of a body moving in a circular path omega cross R, L bar is R cross B. So this way you can find out the cross product of two vectors. This way you can compare, actually this is the comparison between the dot product of vector and cross product of two vectors. Well, dot product of vector you get a scalar quantity. In dot product we get a scalar quantity, and the resultant yielded is a scalar quantity, but the resultant yielded here is a vector quantity like this. If we take the combined effect of these both, if I combine both, look, for example, he is asking you to find what is mod A cross B by mod A dot B. Well, A dot B is a scalar, of course. The ratio of A cross B and A dot B. Well, this is mod A mod B sine of the angle. Its magnitude only I am taking. So sine. So this is mod A mod B cos of the angle between. So these two get cancelled. So therefore mod A cross B by A dot B is tan theta. Right? So you can write mod A cross B is tan theta times A dot B. Tan theta times A dot B. So A cross B is tan theta times A dot B times comparison. Similarly, suppose if he is asking what is mod A cross B whole square plus A dot B whole square. Right? The combined rule for A cross B and A dot B whole square. Right? Mod A cross B whole square and mod A dot B whole square. Well, mod A cross B whole square, you know, if I expand this, it's mod A mod B sin theta whole square plus mod A mod B cos theta whole square. So this is mod A square mod B square sin square theta plus this is mod A square mod B square cos square theta. Now from this, if I take mod A square mod B square common, mod A square mod B square common, this is sin square theta plus cos square theta. Well, according to trigonometry, sin square plus cos square is 1. So this is 1. So I get to mod A square mod B square. So this you can simply write as mod A square mod B square. a very good identity, right? Very good identity regarding the cross product and dot product of two vectors there, right? So mod A cross B whole square, mod A dot B whole square is mod A square B square, and the ratio of these both is like this, right? Ratio A cross B mod and A dot B mod, then the ratio is tan theta. You see, we have learned the same thing in our addition of vectors. In addition of vectors also we have considered the same case there, where if two vectors A bar B bar are in, if A bar B bar are in same magnitude, suppose if look here, suppose A bar and B bar of two vectors of same magnitude P, mod A, mod B, same magnitude P, then what is mod A plus P? Addition of vectors. Addition resultant. You know addition resultant mod, this is mod R. You know it is under root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So they are of same magnitude P. So if I substitute, I get P square plus 2P square cos theta. Well, if I simplify this, I get it as under root of 2P square plus 2P square cos theta. Adding both, then I get mod A plus B is equal to, that is 2P square, under root of 2P square times 1 plus cos theta. According to trigonometry, 1 plus cos theta I can write as, this is 2 cos square theta by 2. Well, 2 into 2 is 2 square, so it's 2 square P square cos square under root, so this is 2P cos theta by 2. Similarly, if I take mod A minus B, right, so if it is mod A minus B is asking, so it is subtraction, mod S, then it's root of A square plus B square, this time it is minus 2AB cos theta. So it's P square plus P square minus 2P square cos theta, here it is minus 2P square. Well, substituting here, I get it as 2P square times 1 minus cos theta, which is nothing but 2 sin square theta by 2. Well, 2 is 2 square. So this is 2P sin theta by 2. Now if I divide these both, right? No, here mod A minus B by mod A plus B if I divide. Mod A minus B is 2P sin theta by 2 and mod A plus B is 2P cos theta by 2, then it is tan theta by 2. So therefore mod A minus B by mod A plus B is tan of theta by 2. This is tan theta. Here mod A cross B and mod A cross B and A dot B is tan theta. Mod A minus B and A plus B is tan theta by 2. So this way you can show the similarities between dot product and the relation between cross product, dot product and all that. Let's take a simple example, right? A simple example where he is asking to find all the things regarding a vector. Let's suppose A bar is a vector given as I plus j plus k. B bar is another vector which is 2i minus 3j plus k. Then, now from these two he is asking you to find out, first he is asking what is A bar plus B bar. Then he is asking you to find out what is A bar minus B bar. Then we are asked to find what is A dot B. And finally what is A cross B. So this way, is from the same vector thing he is asking to find the various things. Let's take what is A bar plus B bar. Adding both, it is A plus B, adding this I plus 2i, it's 3i, j minus 3j, it's minus 2j, minus 3j plus j, minus 3 plus 1, minus 2j, plus 2k it is. Suppose from this if he is asking to find what is mod A plus B, magnitude, it is under root of 3 square plus minus 2 square plus 2 square, where you will get it as 9 plus 4 plus 4, it's under root of 4, 4 and 9, it's under root 17 it is, root 7. Similarly, suppose if he is asking to find what is A minus B, B minus, minus plus minus. So it's minus, I have to subtract. A bar minus B bar. So I Earlier it was 2j, but now it is minus 2j. So I minus 2j is minus I. Minus 2j plus I, so minus I. 3j and j plus 4j it is. Well, plus k and minus k, these two will cancel. It's 0k. K doesn't come into the picture there. So this is 0. Well, now if it is right, so suppose if I take its magnitude of a minus b, then it is under root of 1 minus 1 square plus 4 square. It's under root 1 plus 16, it's root 17 again. So fortunately we have got both a plus b and mod a plus b and mod a minus b both are equal. Right? Addition resultant and subtraction resultant both have same magnitude. Very good this thing. Now coming to a dot b, let's find a dot b, dot product of two vectors. Well, we know when vectors are given in this form, we know if a bar is equal to, a bar is a1i plus b1j plus c1k and b bar is equal to a2i plus b2j plus c2k, then a dot b you can find as a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2. By that if I multiply, so this is 1 and 2, so it's 1 into 2 plus 1 into minus 3, it's 1 into minus 3 plus 1 into 1 it is, so 1 into 1. 1 into 2 is 2, 1 into minus 3 is minus 3, 1 into 1 is plus 1, so 2 plus 1, 3 minus 3 is 0. So the dot product of two vectors is 0. You know dot product of two vectors 0 in the sense a bar and b bar are perpendicular vectors. Well, they are perpendicular. You see, we have taken illustration earlier, mod a plus b and mod a minus b, then what is the angle? This condition is satisfied only when a bar and b bar are perpendicular vectors. They are at right angle, theta 180. So a combination gives you such that the magnitude of a plus b, a minus b both are equal. Mod a plus b and mod a minus b equal, that is, they show that they are perpendicular, and it is proved to be perpendicular because the dot product has come out to be 0. Right, so dot product is equal to 0. Now a cross b, now how do you find a cross b? A cross b is found by taking determinant I, j, k. The determinant of I and the vector I, the coefficients of I, j, k, the corresponding coefficients 1, 1, 1. First vector it is 1, 1, 1. Second vector it is 2, minus 3 and 1. Well, applying the det I into these two minus these two, it's 1 into 1 minus of, it's 1 into minus 3 minus 3. Well, second, so taking the determinant I into, multiply these two minus these two. So 1 into 1 is 1. 1 into minus 3 is minus 3, minus of minus 3. Well, 1 minus 3 you will get it as plus here. Next, j, minus j times, right, 1 into 1, 2 into 1. So 1 into 1 minus 2 into 1 is 2. Similarly, plus k times 1 into minus 3, 2 into this. So 1 into minus 3 minus, 1 into minus 3 is minus 3 and 1 into 2 is minus 2. So combining it's 4i, my 1 minus 2 is minus 1 plus j minus 5. So this is I cross. Well, magnitude if you want, magnitude it is under root of 4 square plus 1 plus 25. This is under root of 25 plus 1, 26 plus 4 square, 16. So it is, well, 16 plus 1, 26 plus 16, it's under root of 42. So this way you can find out the thing. Okay, right? Thank you.